bean bag. If you're new here, hi, I'm Pam Duthie, and well, as much of this month as possible, we're doing our Makers Advent Calendar, which is daily little surprise packages to see if we get inspired by what to make out of them. Yeah, and so what I'm going to do, without further ado, I will start by opening this to see if we get inspired. And by the way, not sponsored or whatever. I get these. I purchase things from the makers because I enjoy them. I'm not sponsored. Anyway, let's open this bag up, get some ideas, and then get creating. It's a skinny one today, so no fiber. What's it gonna be? Ooh. Okay. So we have a little sample of. Oh, it's. I was going to say a sample of coals, but it's boho yarn. Buchu. Yeah, this is. Oh, wow. Okay. It is. Well, I don't know if anyone apart from the far north actually would call these kind of things bohos or bungfos, but it's a yarn with little bumfos in bohos, little loops in it. Yeah, you can see that quite good on the camera. Oh, that is interesting. Now, I've got a very good quick thought for what that could do. That could very much make the tinsel or the garland or something on the tree, which I found my fairy lights, which are over there. You can see my tree from yesterday. So if you haven't already, check out my other videos, my other lives that we've been doing this month on the stuff that we're getting from the Advent Calendar. Lots of things behind me now. Polar bear, one of them. But yes, so what do they say about this? You may have seen us selling this luxury mohair yarn for doll's hair. Have you yet thought of needle felting with it? Produces a lovely curly effect, perfect for poodles. You could also felt his hair to a needle felted figure. Yeah, and make sure head is firmly felted beforehand. Yeah, if you're doing any kind of adding long hair, and I do have one of my most popular videos ever is on adding long hair. It's an embarrassment because it's like one of the first ones I did, so it's pretty terrible, but at the same time lots of good advice. But yeah, if you're adding long hair to anything, make sure what you're adding it to is firmly felted so it sticks better. But yeah, that is super interesting. But I just think Tobias would say it would be interesting for crocheting. Yeah, totally. It would make a really interesting effect. But yes, I can't think of anything offhand I'm not going to finger crochet this, that's just silly. Apart from putting the garland on the tree, which will fall over if I try and touch it just now because it's got all the lights and everything on. But I can't. But I had an idea for something different to felt today anyway, so I'm going to do that instead and keep this. I mean, it's great fun, and that's a fun color. It's like a comedy blonde color, but I have an idea anyway. I did bring a felting needle up, so you can see if you can figure out what I'm making. Instead, we'll go off piste today, but this is just some core wool. And then I'll check the chat, and then, yeah, we can see if you can guess what I'm making. Tobias, it's hammering rain down outside, has been for 2 days. Yeah, we pretty much had that. It seems dry and almost bright outside here. Erica, good morning. How are you? Oh, Tobias, if you're crocheting that yarn, you'd have fun avoiding hooking the wrong loop. Yeah, it would be a bit bonkers. Tracy, hello there. Hi, actually managed to catch a live, usually watch the replays. Good to have you. Yay. I'm trying to do these at the same time every day, or almost every day as I can manage, because it gives people a chance to know when I'm going to be on. And it also kind of splits up my day a bit. I know what I'm doing at different times of the day. So far, anyone got any ideas what I'm creating yet? I know there's not much to go on. I've got a ball of white so far. So this is just the Maker's Core wool. I am mainly using the makers, perhaps not all the way using the makers. We'll see, but all stuff you can get from the makers, but not necessarily what we've had in our kit this week, because I'm slightly at a lot. This is fun stuff, but I don't have a head to put hair on yet. Carol, good morning, Pam and the Crafty Clan. Good morning, Carol. Lisa, morning. Hello, morning. Had to leave the live last night. Mum chores at Christmas. We'll check the replay to see what you made. No spoilers, but... Oh, I was just thinking, it sounds like someone's tap dancing on my roof, but it actually might be. I have a wee local guy that comes once a year to clean out the gutters on my roof, and he did say he was planning to come last week, Thursday or Friday. But it really sounds like there's someone on my roof just now. So if you hear odd noises or just a random person falls through the ceiling, that's all. Oh, that's my computer making bizarre noises at me. Tobias thinks a snowman. I absolutely will be doing a snowman at some point. If I say Calvin and Hobbes, does anyone know what I'm talking about? Does anyone read them? But I love making snowmen, and I love making like different comedy horror snowmen, like melted snowmen, or daft types of snowmen. So I will, but no, not today. That is not what we're making. This is core, so bear in mind that it can be any color afterwards as well, so that could make a difference. But yeah, everyone thinks snowman. I will definitely make a snowman or 72. I've always planned to do a whole diorama of snowmen based on a Calvin and Hobbes scene, with all the different types of snowmen and the terrible things that happen to them. I've wanted to do that forever, and now we do have structural felt from the makers as a new thing that we can use, so that could build up quite an interesting little diorama. Tobias, yeah, run over snow disasters, absolutely. Yeah, just a normal cute snowman. Where's the fun in that? Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to think of some of the... It's a while since I've actually read my Calvin and Hobbes books. They are awesome. But I'm trying to think of some of the scenes. Something in my head saying there's a magician sewing in half another snow person. Or if there's not, there totally should be. And yeah, some of them are run over, absolutely. I might be remembering this wrong because I was young. But I seem to remember one time when we were on holiday, our neighbors snuck round into our garden and made like an army of snow people just peering in the window. So we came home in the dark. There was like strange things in the garden. I might just be making that up in my head, but it sounds like the kind of thing that our neighbor would have done. And it totally... If I actually liked my neighbors. But yeah, I don't have good neighbors. But it sounds like a fun thing to do if you get on with your neighbors. Just like randomly have someone peering in the back window or something that they aren't expecting. That would scare them. But not as mean as around Halloween time. You can get a little stick-on peering in the window face to put on the outside of people's windows. That would be terrifying. They do like clown faces and stuff. That's pure evil. That would terrify anybody. Okay, so this is probably going to be the giveaway, or it might not be the giveaway, but I'm going in with this brown wool now, just to cover it. So this is just brown tops, and I just used the white so that I wouldn't waste too much of the good brown tops. So that's using a core wool saves you good, more expensive, and also a lot of this tops. I was trying to think. It's not carded, is what that stuff is. I'm trying to think of the term I want, but all brushed out and neat like hair tops is harder to felt into a nice firm shape. So it's better to do some kind of core wool first. That's why it's called core. It goes in the middle. Oh, Tobias got it straight away when he saw the colour. Yep, Christmas pudding. I just, for no reason at all, but I just woke up today and I thought, do you know, if I can't think of anything in what we've got in the pack, which, well, I can. The garland for the Christmas tree, the tinsely stuff, but that will take like 2 minutes. So, and I think it'll look awesome. I think that kind of yellow will still stand out on the tree, but I just thought Christmas pudding today. So we're just trying to get a nice round brown ball. Super simple, but these are really cute as little balls, really easy to make. Yeah, there's hundreds of ideas for different types of balls I'm thinking of. Right, so while I am felting a ball, which hopefully we don't need instructions on felting a ball. This is quite easy. While I am felting a ball, what's everyone's plans for the day? We are getting through the month for sure. It's the 14th, so yep, getting through the month. Today is the day that my car gets its new shoes, new tires. What else? Oh, yeah, it's got to get food shopping. I have no food in the house, so it's going to be a busy day and a big pile of parcels to go out. I know fine well that I told the people stuff wouldn't be there by Christmas, but I know fine well they're going to be asking, where's my parcels? It's like, yeah, told you, but I'm going to get it out today, and hopefully at least there's a chance that some of it will get there. I've had some items to the US going like record timing, under a week getting to the US, and I'm hearing some people say even just getting across the UK is taking like 10 days in some places as well. And also, quite rightly, some of the bits of the Royal Mail have put up notices just saying they're snowed under. It has been busier than it's ever been. So the post office do hire in more postal workers, but they didn't know quite how busy this was going to be, so they're snowed under. So it'll take as long as it'll take, basically. Tobias, yes, Christmas pudding boiled in linen. Yes, it's a kind of steamed pudding, although I think most of us just microwave them now. Or I've not had a Christmas pudding forever. They're not like my favorite things, but yeah. Just my issue is in general any kind of raisins or currants in food I'm not the biggest fan of. I like the taste of them. It's just the surprise dead flies in your teeth when you weren't expecting it. Sorry, that's put you all off this stuff now. But yeah, it's the 14th and I've not had a mince pie yet. I've not had any Christmas cake. I've not had anything yet. But I have got cinnamon syrup to go in my coffee and a little cinnamon candle. So that's all the Christmassy I need. Oh, Tobias, you've designed and starting a latch hook rug of a wombat face for your mum. Awesome. You'll have to share that when you're done. That sounds so much fun. Carol, it's the reindeer on the roof. Oh, have I been so good they've come super early for me? I don't have a chimney and I'm probably getting coal. Although totally does feel like Christmas every day just now because the postman's coming all the time. Sadly, not with really fun things. Like I'm waiting on a pair of winter boots I stupidly ordered off of a Facebook ad. And I'm not sure when they're getting here. I'm not sure where they're coming from. It said they have warehouses in the UK, but the tracking is not from the UK. So I don't know where they're coming, but I keep getting parcels every day. I'm like, is that my boots? No, that's parcel tape. Is that my boots? No, that's bubble wrap. Just ordering stuff from my shop and then hoping that the exciting things for me. And then I bet I'll wait forever, and when they come, they'll be terrible. That's always the way. Lisa's hanging curtains today, all fresh for Christmas. Fair enough. It's nice to have nice surroundings. Yeah, ladder outside. I'm pretty sure they're going on my roof. Sounds like it. Oh. I'm just going to close these curtains over a little bit more because this would just look weird to see to see someone climbing past my window. Although it would probably be weird if they can hear me chatting away to myself. I suppose people are more used to Zoom meetings and things. Oh, and there's my heating stopped gurgling, so it's all quiet. Yay. Yes, wow. Yeah, definitely Santa. Can you guys hear that? I'm not usually in when they do this, so it's like really weird and loud. Bizarre. And it makes me all self-conscious to be sitting here talking and felting now. Carol's working, then felting, then FaceTiming my mum and daughter. Oh, that sounds like a nicely planned out day. Absolutely. Getting people to chat to, doing a bit of felting and work. Awesome. Right. This is going to take forever to make super smooth. So let's. I like moving on to the bits where it looks good or better. So I want it to be like the icing on top that's all a little bit drippy. So I'm just taking bits and felting them into kind of drippy, edgy shapes. I'm worried more about making sort of a crisp edge here so that you can see the distinction when I put it on the Christmas pudding. I used to, as a kid, I used to do a lot of Fimo stuff. I think I've told you all this before. I used to do Fimo stuff, and I loved making Fimo Christmas puddings. They were so easy but fun. They're totally, totally easy to make something that resembles the right thing. So I'm just making these sort of different sizes so the drippiness is random. Some big, some more rounded, some more pointed. Again, spend longer on everything. Do as I say, not as I do. Oh, I'm stiffy today. Excuse me. Tracy is finishing a dog portrait as a Christmas present and putting up the decorations today. Oh, that sounds good. So you'll be all festive. Oh, we should do a thread in the group to see everyone's Christmas decorations. You can see mine. That's as much as I'm doing, to be honest. I haven't decorated my house in years. Because I'm so busy in the run up to Christmas felting little critters, I'm lucky if I wash my dishes. I'm lucky to get anything kind of clean. So I don't feel I should decorate my house if it's not clean, and I can't be bothered to clean it to an extent that I want to decorate it. So yeah, not never get around to it. And also I tend to go up and visit my mum for Christmas. So just putting these little bits on. So it's hardly worth it if I decorate my house and then I'm not there to see all the decorations, and then I basically just come home and have a house to tidy up after a really long drive. So that's no fun. So just popping these on. I hope I made enough. I probably didn't. But yes, some little dribbles. And as I said, I made these out of polymer clay before. It's just the exact same thing. Make a bowl out of brown, pop some drippy white on top. It's easier to manipulate the drippiness on polymer clay. And then you'll see what the rest is in a second. Just trying to... I want to leave it sitting up, not totally felted into the bowl. It's an addition on top because this is the drippy icing. Although I've never actually seen in real life a Christmas pudding with icing on the top. It's usually plain or maybe with a little bit of holly and then doused in brandy and flames. But I was going to say I don't know how to felt flames. I have felted flames before, but I don't think it would quite work in this. So it's odd. What we see visually as a traditional Christmas pudding is not what we actually serve up. Isn't that weird? Does anyone have a Christmas pudding with icing on top like this? I never even thought about that just now. This is not what a Christmas pudding actually looks like. It's what a decorative version, a cartoon version of a Christmas pudding looks like. I suppose maybe some cultures have icing on top of it, but I've never seen it. That's odd. Yeah, the random things you think of. Okay, so it has icing dripping down it. And now we need, oh, sniff, sniff, some holly leaves. These are the fiddly bits. So I'm just taking some of the dark green from the Maker's Rainbow Pack. Let's try and make, three's usually good. Let's make two because then each one will be a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to felt it into a kind of flat shape first of all, so it holds its shape a little bit. Let's fingers crossed this works. I've made holly in the past and it kind of worked, but it's fiddly, so if I start swearing and bleeding everywhere, you know why. Okay, so that's slightly holding its shape, and I'm just going to pinch the end to make a point, a jaggy bit. Oh, Faith! Good point. I'm an idiot. No, we don't, but you feel that white bit is supposed to be brandy butter sauce or cream. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, brandy butter's a traditional thing. Yes, I never thought of that. Yeah. Why did I think it was icing? It's because it's Snow White, I suppose. Okay, so we've got a tiny point in the top there, and I'm going to pinch out to the side so it kind of curves in and then pinches out. It's really hard to show you this. And I'm just felting that little pinch. Yeah, brandy. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Brandy butter or cream. I am that idiot. See, what would I do without you all? Lisa, not a fan of Christmas pud, but I believe Christmas cake has icing. It does indeed. Yeah, that's the royal icing. Or the ones I've had. Okay, so I've got 2 points there. This is also another way to make a star. So from the top one, I'm just pulling out the other side as well. Lisa stays away from Christmas cake too. Yeah, I've had a little bit of Christmas cake now and again. I'm not like a massive fan that I think you should make a whole Christmas cake. Yes, it has the raisins in it. But yeah, Christmas cake's okay. It's not the best thing in the world. I can see like hundreds of years ago that was like a massive amount of luxury, and also probably using up stuff that you had lying about as well, because coming up midwinter, so yeah, stuff's going to be going off. It's been sitting around and it's depressing times, and ordering in, getting lots of sugar and lots of spices and things. That would be kind of cool and exciting, I guess. Okay, so we've got 3 little points, and I'm just going to pull out another one at the side. So I'm just taking a pinch, and the pinch between my fingers makes a kind of rounded point shape. Faith, hello there. Hi, everyone. Sorry I haven't been about much recently. I've opened my calendar and I'm now up to date. Awesome. Good to see you. Oh, I don't expect everyone to be able to be here all the time at all. I'm amazed I've managed to be here so much. It's just lovely to hang about with some of you. So we've got 3 spikes. Spend more time on these, but it's a super easy but fiddly way to make a bit of holly. Tobias loves Christmas pudding with brandy butter and heaps of Christmas cakes. If it's the only time you eat sweet things, then yeah, have at it. Go for it. That sounds great. Yeah, it's, as I've probably mentioned 100,000 times, but I don't tend to eat carbs. I don't eat sugar and stuff, but I don't have the most sweet tooth. So when I'm having a cheat, I prefer to have something savory, a big bag of crisps or something, rather than cake in general. But I don't mind a bit, a nice chocolate or something. Yep. Okay, one holly leaf. Um, let's try the second one. So same, just slightly felting this to firm it up. Don't go mad with that. It's just so it's all holding in place a bit more. Because if you start totally with fluff, then it's easy to deform it too much. So I'm making a kind of rough rectangle. Shape like so, and then pinch off the top so it makes a point. Tobias, meat pies and sausage rolls for my cheat eats. Absolutely. Except I just figured out a little while ago. I've had a carb-free pastry, well, carb-free kind of cracker mix that I've made for a while, and I decided to try it as a pastry for a pie, and it works super well. And so I am planning to try some low carb sausage rolls soon. So yeah, I can manage that. That's cool. Um, so that's good. But I haven't found a good alternative for just a bag of crisps. The scratchings are nice. They're nice in their own right, but they ain't crisps. Um, oh, I had my heating on because it was freezing this morning. Now I am sweating, but we're nearly done here, actually. Faith, my favourite still is mince pies heated and Bailey's cream over the top. Oh, awesome. I can get behind Bailey's. It's my special treat when the kids go to bed on Christmas Eve. Oh, that sounds lovely and a nice thing to look forward to after all the work and just before the madness of Christmas happens. That sounds lovely. I think that's when the magic of Christmas was. It's not over, but I do remember the difference from when we were kids and we used to put out like brandy and shortbread and mince pies and everything for Santa. Um, and then you're getting old when you're not putting out the brandy and mince pies for Santa. You just bring them through and give them to your dad. So that's when it's kind of over. But it's still nice to sit at night and have that happening. Um, Carol loves the puds, pies, and cakes. Usually bake my own, but this year I have a Christmas cake. Oh, Christmas cake I made last year. It's been maturing in brandy all year. Oh, yeah, we had years ago when I was pretty young. There was a guy that we knew, and he hadn't got round to icing his Christmas cake one year, so he just kept it for the year because Christmas cakes do keep. And just like every week, just fed it its little bit of brandy. So the next year, he kind of invited us round to have a bit of the Christmas cake that he'd got round to icing, and literally, it was one of those you're like, I don't think I can drive home after having a slice of this cake. So yeah, absolutely, a year-old cake is properly mature. Yeah, yeah, I can get behind a brandy soaked thing. That's totally different. That's just eating booze, really. Okay, get me holly leaves. I can spend more time on them. And the way that's working, I could also make a tiny, tiny Christmas tree. Um, just the way it's looking, but not today. It's holly leaves. Yeah, I think 2 holly leaves and 3 little holly berries. And we have a super quick bauble. Holly. And then I do have some bright red here to make 3 little bowls for berries. And this is like the quickest project ever, isn't it? Which is no bad thing. So there's a decoration you can do in no time. One tiny bowl. It probably could be tinier than that, but It's fun. Actually, there's an absolute whole range of quick felts you could do for baubles if you're wanting. I mean, it would be cute to decorate your house. It would also be cute as like a super quick gift. I mean, if one of these is taking like half an hour, you could make 3 or 4 in an evening watching a couple of episodes of your favorite show if you're going to see someone and you haven't quite got a gift for them. A little range of like 6 cute themed baubles would be actually quite cute. Or, I mean, really just a bottle of brandy or something would equally do most people, but for a little quick handmade thing, absolutely. 2 little berries. Um, I can hear my accent going. I've been watching some of my American friends suggested it's crazy. But I've been watching The Crown. I'm not a royalist by any shape or form, but I've been watching it and I can hear myself sometimes doing a super posh queen accent. Going to stop doing that. But anyway, it's rather fun to watch. Like I say, I'm not a royalist, but as a TV show, it's kind of fun. We are so nearly done with this. So, for anyone who doesn't needle felt, these are so light and easy. You can stick stuff on, you can stick ribbons onto it, you could sew them into it, you can even just like get some thick yarn and a darning needle and poke them right through. And these are super light, so they can string up, hang up anywhere. Really easy. Oh, Tobias has been Googling again. Awesome. Apparently, there are 18 varieties of holly, all with different coloured berries, ranging from red through orange, purple, yellow to white. Ooh, fancy. I've not seen. I want purple holly now. That sounds so cool. I've only ever seen red, I think. I'm going to have to check that on Google. Okay, so I think we made a thing. That turned out good. Nice and easy. Yeah, so like always, I can't wait to see your felts if you make this or if you make something else or if you think of something to make with the hair. That is such fun. It does look like a scruffy wee boy's hairstyle, doesn't it? It is fun, but I couldn't think of something quickly for a Christmas make with it, so we cheated and did a little bauble. There we go. Totally running out of space, but it's still fun. Okay, guys, I will leave you to your day. Have a great time, whatever you're doing, decorating, crafting, speaking to family and friends. Yeah, stay safe and all that, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining.